I'm a console gamer, right? I like to sit on, oh my gosh, that's so sticky. I like to sit on my couch and relax with my game controller. But I also like to play shooting games, and I'll be honest, aiming with a right stick is not amazing. But if you switch to a mouse and keyboard, then you lose your analog controls for movement in favor of better aiming. And keyboards have got to be the least approachable game input device I've ever seen. On a controller, at least if you start pushing everything, you'll probably figure out what things do eventually. On a keyboard, if you just start mashing everything, you're going to be looking at adult content on the internet before you realize what you're doing. Plus, a keyboard's pretty unwieldy to play on the couch with. These are a few of the reasons why PC gamers and console gamers never seem to get along. There's always got to be a war about who's having fun the right way, doesn't there? Either you're a controller person or a mouse and keyboard person. There doesn't seem to be a lot of crossover. Basically, we can have good movement controls or good aiming controls. But why can't we have both?
¿Por qué no los dos?
If you don't like mouse aiming, you don't like using a controller, well, you can not like this twice. This is a Hori Tactical Assault Commander Grip Controller Type G1. It's officially licensed by Sony for use with PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 3.
Now, main question for me is, if it's licensed for PS4 and PS3, will it work for the PS5? I mean, it should in theory, because you can use the PS4 controller for the PS5. And we know, PC is pretty universal, so you should definitely be able to plug it into PC. Let's look at this.
We've got, it looks like a normal PC mouse. Oh, wait a minute. L1, R1, Q, S. Q and S aren't PlayStation buttons, but L1 and R1 aren't PC buttons. Something weird. Look at this. These plastic things are spare clips for, I guess, a wrist strap? Yeah, I guess they realized that was gonna break. So here we have half a controller. Whoa, square, triangle, X, circle, function. They're also embossed.
I mean, it's not that hard to hold a controller with one hand and use a mouse. You know what I mean? Mouse and controller. I mean, that would be kind of nice.
Whoa, square, triangle, X, circle, function. They're also embossed with 1, 2,
Now that's gonna be crazy right there.
3, 4, 5. Wait a minute.
Square, triangle, and X on the top of the joint. Woo! That means you be using the top, your index or whatever for all the squares and whoo. Now the mouse might be nice. L1 and R1 on the side. You know what I mean? You got your main R2 and L2 on the top. You know, the right click and mouse, the right click and left click for your R2 and L2. I mean, that's nice. But this square and ooh, I don't know. I mean, if you're gonna be controlled, yeah, man.
What happens if the game uses L2 and R2? Oh, those are going to be the clicks. This thing looks ridiculous. The stick feels okay. It is trying to get back to the center a little bit harder than an official controller. The D-pad feels fine. All our non-gameplay buttons are lined up down here. It includes the PS4 touchpad. I guess that's important for PS4 games, but I don't know if they needed to have it hanging out half a kilometer this way. On the top, we can choose between PS4 or PS3 mode, and we've got off or adjust.
All right, y'all, man. I'm real anxious to see what this joint is gonna play like, cause that's a lot of responsibility on the left hand. You know what I mean? That's a lot of responsibility. So I mean, you have to compromise the whole right side of the controller. You have to compromise all these buttons just to be able to aim. Come on, man. So I mean, it's a good premise, but in my opinion, you're compromising too much. That aiming, if they could find a way to aim and then get the rest of these buttons over here, what would it you know what I mean? But y'all let me know if y'all mess around with this controller, bro.